This presentation will go over how to format your primary source found poem before submitting it. So in this presentation, which will also be attached in the Schoology assignment, so if you want to look at the slides individually again, the template you have that's assigned to you. So when you open the assignment, you want to open the Google Slides template that is attached, and it should open assigned to you with your name here in the top title for that Google slideshow. So the first slide in there is the template, very much like the template we used in the research unit. Put in your name, class period, and the date. Then you'll have the slide template here. So at the top, this time this is a little change that I made. You should put your title and by your name. So Dr. Norton and I are talking about putting these together one slideshow so that we can see everybody's work together. So you want to make sure you have the poem's title and your name at the top. You'll have the text box where you type in the poem, a text box where you put in the graphic, and then two text boxes for the citations for the poem sources and for the image. So here is my template, my sample of the poem that I created from the, and I think I want to change one thing because I don't really use a lot of capitals throughout except for I. I'm going to change that to lowercase. Okay, so I have the title of my poem by me, and I typed in my poem here. I already put in the citation here, and then I want to show you now how to find a graphic in the Holocaust Encyclopedia and how to put in the citation. So for my poem, I used this transcript, and in order to cite it, what I did was I copied so that it does not give you an MLA citation. So this is how you should cite your sources. Remember, if you use more than one transcript, you need to cite both of them. So I simply copied the title of this particular artifact in the encyclopedia. So that whole top part is the title. So I copied that and I pasted it into my slide, and I resized it obviously, and I put it in quotes because it's the title of the artifact. And then if you scroll down on the artifacts in the encyclopedia, it gives you some options here. And this, the little globe one is actually, I don't know if you can see way down, when I hover on that, way down here on the bottom underneath where the video would be, it shows me that that is the link to this particular artifact in the encyclopedia. So I'm going to right click and copy the link location. And then what I did was I selected the title and I made it a hyperlink. So if I go here, you can see that it is linked to that particular artifact. So now I want to find an image from the encyclopedia. In this assignment, at the bottom, there is a link directly back to this search window for the encyclopedia. And we're going to go to all content types again and click on a few here, different than we did last time. So now we want images. So I'm definitely going to say photo. And because it might be interested, I'm going to say animated map. I don't know if the animated map is something that I could paste into the slideshow, but we can try that out. And I'm going to try map and see what comes up. So if you used a search term last time, you might type that in here, or think of something from your poem or transcript that you might be able to use as a keyword. Don't put them all in at once because it might result in 0 results, and hopefully remember some of those search tools and strategies from our research unit. But maybe try one at a time until you find an image that works for your poem, that seems to fit. So since my poem is about the town in France that sheltered many Jews during the Holocaust, I'm going to put in La Charbonne and search. So here are my artifacts. I can see if I go to the bottom. So I have 3 pages of artifacts. Ooh, there's a page from her diary, which is interesting. I could use that. The cover of her diary. So let's take a closer look at that. Really interesting. So this is her diary while she was living in La Chabon. So I really like this image. I was going to use an image of the children, but I'm going to use this one. I can change it later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and, whoops, didn't want to do that. Right click and copy the image. And then I'm going to go into my slide and I'm simply going to paste and resize and locate the image where I want it. Now make sure you get rid of that other text box or the directions in there so you don't have that lingering, whoops, in the background. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before for my source citation. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to copy the title, Control C. I'm going to Control V, paste it in. Control A, I'm going to select all and resize it. I use 12-point font here. And I'm going to put my quotation marks around it. And then I'm going to select the whole thing to create the link. So you can either Control K or click on the link icon up here. I'm going to go back here to that little globe at the bottom. Again, I'm going to right click and copy the link location. And I go here and paste it in and apply. And so now it's linked. I always like to go and make sure that the link works, and it does. It brings me to that page. You can see I have it open twice now. And so that is how you are going to format your found poem. The final slide in this presentation that you can look at if you want to is a sample from what we did for the research assignment. So it's slightly different with the title, but I made these little green boxes to point out the elements that you need to have: the poem, the image, the citations. If you have any questions, please email Dr. Norton or me, and we will see you in the Zoom meetings.